out the actual link to get you to the chat room so you guys can get involved in the conversation or maybe spark up a conversation with Coop as well. You know, he's part of this big tailgate crew that, by the way, Rob, we got to go check him out. He's already told me.
I know.
He's been invited you, and you haven't come, so I told him I'd drag you along to one of these things, and we're going to do that. All right. Also, the email address is
We're
Sports Kings
broadcast
Live.
from out there.
We should, actually, while you're playing. We got to figure out a way to do it. The email address is sportskingslive@gmail.com, and we shall return with hour number 2, in which we'll talk some domestic violence. We'll wrap up our basketball conversation. We got a couple of football news and notes type things, and we'll get into all that in the second hour of Sports Kings Live. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Big Mike.
Yep, and this is RC, Rob Calloway.
First of all, we'd like to thank everybody for being down with the Kings and for supporting Sports Kings Live.
Your listens, downloads, likes, and follows have allowed this show to grow by leaps and bounds in just a few months.
Now, if you have a product or a business and you'd like to promote it on this show,
it's simple. Just email us at sportskingslive@gmail.com. And once again, thank you for being down with the Kings.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, work done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the Kings.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Hour number 2 on a Monday. Welcome back in to Sports Kings Live with Big Mike and Rob Calloway, being heard on Spreaker.com and the Spreaker app via your Windows, your Apple, or your Android phones. You can also get us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. Make sure you guys are following us on Twitter, especially while we're doing the show. You guys can tweet at us, as well as Rob will be tweeting out the link to the chat room, which you guys can join the show, interact with us, interact with anyone else who has found their way to the chat room as well. In the first hour of Sports Kings Live, we initially got into a very spirited discussion about Rob's new favorite player, Matthew Dellavedova, who at some point will probably have a statue right outside of Rob's house, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Probably go ahead and erect that thing right outside the crib. Also, talked about,
You an idiot. I hate you, man.
Kind of got into some of the ins and outs of, what the game presented yesterday. Something that I hope to see in game number 3, I talked about a little bit during the discussion, was maybe Steve Kerr go to a little bit more of those double screens for Steph Curry. And the other thing, like once he does come off of those screens, not stop the dribble so quickly. It's almost like he gets to that midway point, and the big is looking at him, whoever the big may be, Mozgov or Thompson. He's looking at him, and then he picks the ball up looking for the pass, where I believe if he takes one more dribble and gets that big to commit, the passing lane will become a lot more easy for him. So, and this is just me talking. I believe Steve Kerr, he's made some very, very good adjustments during these playoffs. So I believe he'll go back, look at the film, and see a lot more than I've seen, and make the proper adjustments to get his guy going, as well as just understanding that. And Steve Kerr mentioned it. He mentioned it during the game, talking to Doris Burke, that Steph was getting Steph Curry shots. He's getting the shots that we've seen him make throughout this entire MVP campaign. And yesterday, the rhythm just wasn't there. He couldn't find it. So hopefully, if you're a Warriors fan, hopefully and if you're a basketball fan, games like 87-87 at the end of regulation, I'm good. I need to see buckets. I need to see dudes get buckets. As much as I talk about J.R. Smith being that fry at the bottom of the bag, still I need. I like to see dudes get shots, and hit shots, over contested shots, over good defense, because I don't just want to see no damn Loyola Marymount. As much as people try to, fantasize about that era, I'm an adult now. It was fun when I was a kid watching dudes run up and down the court, scoring 1,000,000 points. Who did I hear the other day?
You talking about the Marymount team with Hank Gathers and
right.
Bo Campbell?
Yeah, that team. About? Yeah, the 130 point scoring team. This is what I heard the other day, dude. I heard Calipari on what was he? He's on Dan Patrick the other day. And I was a kid when this stuff was going on, so details. Right. I remember the team, but he started talking details about Paul Westphal was the coach, right? He was at some point, people would try to slow the pace down by running kind of four corners on offense. At one point, he said this dude would just leave one guy under the basket on the other end, and play 4-on-5. And when the other team still wouldn't shoot the ball, he'd put 2 dudes down there and play 3-on-5 defensively. It's like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to see that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, you're like, man, that's hot. These dudes, boy, they shooting threes and dunking. But now I'm an adult. You know what I mean? I understand the game better now. I understand the intricacies of the game, and I want to see those intricacies within my basketball. So, I don't know.
I mean, but we saw a lot of that, the same stuff out of UNLV, and we were a good age to remember that.
But that was that. But remember though, that UNLV team was a defensive squad. Guys like Greg Anthony, Moses Scurry, Stacey Augmin. You know what I mean? Plastic Man, that's how he got his name, the defender.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that team played D. This Loyola Marymount team was like, D what? What are you doing? I don't even know what you're talking about. We shoot is what we do. We shoot and dare you to try to score 130 points with us. Do that.
It wasn't, it wasn't even no shot clock in college. Was it a shot clock in college back in, what was that, like 84?
Yeah, I think it was. I think in the 80s it was a shot clock. Yeah, I think the shot clock came in maybe.
It was probably longer.
60s,
I mean, because they just shortened it again. Like
to 30. Thank God. Jesus Christ. Thank God. They need to go and bring it on down some more. 24. Let's go. Get these dudes ready for the league, man. Like after that. Let's wrap up our NBA talk. We got game 2 tomorrow, 9 p.m. ABC, and I'm sure everybody will be tuned into that.
Game 3.
Oh yeah. See, I jumped in the hot tub time machine. Got to take that DeLorean back. So I talked about when the show started, the Hawks being in the news again today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And today is about Danny Ferry. Hawks, I guess, still standing GM. As far as title is concerned, he hadn't worked in a year. He was suspended indefinitely for some. I guess people say they were racial or insensitive is what the word is being used. Insensitive comments about Luol Deng and his African heritage, which, by the way, dude, there's this movie, and I saw it yesterday. Like, when you were trying to meet up with me yesterday, I couldn't because I was watching this movie called The Good Lie. Reese Witherspoon is in it. One of the dudes from House of Cards, I don't know if you watched that, but he's in it. And it's about the Lost Boys from Africa. You know what I mean? It's based on their story, man. I was like entrenched in it, and I was like, and then and I was like, wait a minute, what's happening? Because the boys that they were that the story was focused on, the family, I guess, it was 3 boys and a sister. Yeah, their last name was Dang, D-N-G. So I was like, wait a minute. Is this Luol Deng story? What's happening here? Or is that like a common African name, like Patel in India? You know what I mean? Like,
we know he's one of the Lost Boys of Sudan, though, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we know that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Been the tribe.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
The Dang tribe.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, is this Luol Deng? Because one of them was tall as hell, dude. Like, the one who was working in the grocery store was like tall as hell. And I was like, wait a minute.
I wonder if Luol worked in the grocery store.
Yeah, dude. I was too lazy to look it up. The movie was good, though. If you guys get a chance, check it out. Reese Witherspoon, like I said. The chick that played the wife in what's the Zach Galifianakis movie with Pharrell, the campaign, the chick that played the wife that was getting. They said I didn't see that. She said she was masturbating to Drew Carey on The Price is Right.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. Here's a funny ass movie. Like Will Ferrell punches a baby. It's pretty awesome.
Other news, real quick.
Okay.
Before we go, because you mentioned the Hawks.
Okay.
Congratulations to Bob Rathbun and Jacques Dominique Wilkins. You know he got a statue outside Phillips, right?
Yeah, dude. I heard. I heard about this.
I guess it was just announced that they won an Emmy.
Who? You're a damn lie. You're a damn lie. That ain't happened for real. That ain't happened for real.
They did.
Yeah, that ain't
what?
happened for real. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that ain't happened. Emmy for what? What kind of Emmy?
Broadcast.
Of what?
They do Emmys like the newscast, the sportscast. It's like in the regional, like Southeast, Southwest, West.
Yeah. Hold on real quick.
They do
hold on while
media
I
Emmy.
Hold on while
media Emmy.
While I put this in my mouth. Hold on. All right. See you guys.
Pull it.
Some other time.
Pull it.
Yeah, dude. There's no way in the hell. As much as I don't pay attention to awards, like now I really don't. Like you guys kept getting me. Like you kept getting me with the whole Charles Barkley is a multi-Emmy winning. Okay, or whatever. Okay, yeah, cool. But then now this thing here, this ish right here, huh? Back to Danny Ferry.
Oh, and at 9:00 tonight, Clutch City comes on NBA TV.
Yeah, you've ruined every bit of basketball for me for the rest of my life now. God.
What Bob and Neat?
Not Bob.
Well, Neat, come on, man. It's because of Bob. You know that, man.
Still, they should have said you got to make that known to people, because then people gonna be like, "Oh, see, Mike, you always talking about Dom Neat. Look now, Emmy Award. Did he win it or nominate it? What are we talking about?"
No, they got it. They won it.
All right, Danny Ferry. This is per Jeff Schultz of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. There's been a belief within the Hawks organization for several months that the team's general manager is not going to be brought back. The thinking is that Coach Mike Budenholzer, who's expected to get a new contract, well-deserved, with a raise and more autonomy, and assistant general manager Wes Wilcox, yeah, porn names abound. Wes Wilcox likely will be at the top of the basketball operations department, at least for the next year. At this point, there are 3 scenarios for Ferry, but only 2 plausible ones. Damn. All right, the first one being Ferry resigns. This is the favorite. It could happen any day. The Hawks likely will agree to pay off the balance of Ferry's contract and would allow him to make an exit statement along the lines of, "I'm proud of the work I did here, but I feel it is best for all parties to move along."
My thing would be, damn, what took you so long?
Yeah, this is weird, dude.
Like it took a year to realize that?
Well, no, they were they were in that little space there with the ownership changing hands, and it hadn't hadn't officially changed hands yet. So probably one of the first moves to change hands is like, "All right, Danny,
24th.
How do you want to handle this?
June 24th.
You want us to cut the balls off, or do you want to cut them off? How are we going to do this?" The next scenario would be Ferry is fired. It doesn't serve anybody to have this thing in ugly. Least of all, Ferry, who wants to get another job, in parentheses, and will, but he has been reinstated or resistant to leaving. Loving living in Atlanta, and who wouldn't? And it may come to this. And the 3, think Powerball odds. That's the Ferry is kept. That's the third scenario that he's kept.
Wow.
And it says think Powerball odds. Yeah, man, this is crazy, man. It says, okay, he says this is the proper way, I guess, of describing what Danny Ferry did, using African, oh my God, pejoratively to describe Luol Deng. I guess using the word African as as an insult. He's got a little bit too much African in him. I don't know if he got a little bit too much. He got a bunch of it. He's like 100%. By the way, though, those dudes in the movie was black. Like, I'm black with that. My God. They were black, dude. They were like charcoal black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they were.
They were black. How much time we got? Because we got a couple things I want to. All right, here's the thing. Let's do this. American Pharaoh, right? American Pharaoh. We kind of like dropped this
Triple
in
Crown.
a couple of times, while it was going on. But I don't know. I don't care. It's a damn horse. Who gives a damn? But they won. What was the last race? The Preakness? Was that the last one? The one that just happened?
Yeah.
The Preakness,
Yeah,
which
the Preakness,
is
right.
the third leg of the Triple Crown. The Kentucky Derby being the other one, and one other one. So don't ask me. 2 out of 3.
What you say just happened the other day? The Preakness.
Yeah, I
You got-
guess.
so you got the
I was actually
Preakness.
asking. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You got
Preakness, Kentucky Derby, and
you got-
some other one.
why can't I think of the other one?
I don't know. It's horse racing. That's why you can't. No one cares about it.
No, but I
Damn
know.
horse.
I know what it is.
Which, by the
I
way,
know what it
every time I mention horse racing, I mention this as well. You guys, if you want to know a little bit about history, some of the things that
I'm
go
killing
on
myself,
today in the world.
Oh, Belmont.
The Belmont.
Belmont.
Thank you.
Belmont. Yeah.
You know how sometimes, like as far as black people go, we're always talking about, man, we can't have nothing. Well, white folks always trying to Google the term jockey syndrome. Just Google the term jockey syndrome and get a gander at what exactly it is and how it relates to sports, or not sports, but to horse racing and the world of sports and the world of culture as a whole. It's a very, very it's one term, but it's